There's been a common thing amongst the team, man. Bubba, they keep telling me that I'm too expensive, bro. I just keep losing all these deals. There's lots of different ways to be able to overcome the you're too expensive shit. I'm gonna give you one of my favorites. It goes along with storytelling. I'm gonna actually tell you a story of something that just happened that goes along with this perfectly. My father, Mr. Andok, just barely got permanent lighting, bro. I watched this penny pinching ass get pitched by like 4 different permanent lighting companies. One of them, which was my really good friend's company. And I was so bummed that they weren't able to close him. You wanna know why they weren't able to close him? It was like 2 years ago they pitched him. And he was like, oh, their quote was astronomical, bro. They're expensive. And I remember telling him, I was like, that's the whole point, dude. The best of the best are gonna be the most expensive. But he said no, and I told his dumb ass to go learn his lesson, which he did. He now went with the cheapest quote that had the best tech, but they were the cheapest. Steal of a deal, paid him up front. Here he is now, 1 year later, just finally barely got it installed. I could go on and on about this bullshit process that happened, bro. He had like 4 different crews. They didn't show up. They never did what they said they were gonna do. Overall, just an absolute horseshit experience for the man, which serves him right, bro. He went the cheap route. But it's unfortunate because the reps that couldn't close him, that were too expensive, they didn't have the mentality that they were doing him a disservice, bro. I wish that one of them had the strategic ability and confidence to be able to close his smart ass on a more expensive route, because he would have been a lot happier. And we are in the business of giving people happiness, damn it. So there's a story. Now here's how that story is going to relate to you. When you are more expensive, is you're going to tell a story about a customer that's an extremely similar situation to your prospect. And when you tell this story, you're going to press on the pains that this customer wanted to avoid by going with you, which they wanted to avoid the pain of it taking forever, people not showing up, the lights not working, the shit customer service, this, that, and the other, whatever your offer is that you're selling. Tell a story pressing on the negative pain that this customer wanted to avoid, so that's why they wanted to go with them, or the more expensive option. And while telling this very similar story, you're going to attempt to label this person, this prospect, as an exact replica of who you've already helped. And if you can get them to agree to that, or to accept that label, they're going to now accept that they are not the type of person that is going to give you a price objection, because they are the type of person that wants to avoid all of those negative hot buttons that this customer that you've already served wanted to avoid. And damn it, if one of those permanent light guys could have just done that to my father, told the story. Listen, brother, this is what's gonna happen if you go the cheap route. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, people don't give a shit about money. People have money, bro. But you know what they do give a shit about? Who they spend that money with, bro. So anyway, tell the stories, make the labels, get the people to like you more than they've liked any other rep before, and you will not have a problem with this whole price shit. It ain't a thing. You're the problem, not the price. You're the problem. Remember that. Gosh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food, man. Hope that helps, team. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.